Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. As designers and architects, we are creative by nature. We shape spaces, products, ideas, and experiences. And I think that through publishing, we can shape conversations as well. We have so much to contribute, not only to our own disciplines, but to wider discussions on culture, identity, sustainability, circularity, innovation, and so many more topics. Today, we will talk about publishing opportunities with our publishing house. Before we move on to details of publishing, let me briefly introduce the institution behind all of this, the International Balkan University, where our publishing house is proudly rooted. International Balkan University, or shortly just IBU, is a foundation-owned nonprofit higher educational institution. Up to this date, we have given more than 1,500 scholarships to talented students, which is a clear reflection to our dedication of making quality education available to all. Our modern and technologically equipped campus stands as one of the most advanced educational environments in the region. It features up-to-date amphitheaters, laboratories, simulation areas, a library, an innovation center, studios, and many other facilities, all equipped according to the latest educational standards. One of the things that I'm most proud of is that we are truly international university. Our official language is English, and our campus brings together students and staff from many different countries, cultures, and perspectives. As Andrea mentioned, we are a proud member of the World Design Organization for more than 2 years now. Maybe not that old member, but definitely an active one. By the end of today's webinar, there are 3 key things which I hope you will take with you. First, you will learn how to publish a paper in our journal. Second, we will talk about opportunities to join our editorial board. Third, we will explain the process of publishing a book with us. In addition to these key takeaways, we will also cover how to get started, what to expect throughout your publishing journey, and will help you understand why publishing with BUP can be truly beneficial for your academic and professional growth. Let me start by introducing the Balkan University Press, BUP, the official publishing house of International Balkan University. Its mission is to advance knowledge across disciplines by producing high-quality academic publications. BUP provides platform for researchers, scholars, and professionals from diverse fields to share their insights and contribute to the global academic dialogue. If you want to know more details, feel free to visit our website, ibupress.com. The links will be available in the chat as well. My colleagues will share them with you. BUP consists of 3 main components: journals, which is a collection of peer-reviewed academic journals across various disciplines, books including monographs, edited volumes, textbooks, and conference proceedings, and IBU Hub, which is a digital platform that connects researchers and provides access to BUP's publications and scholarly activities. Although BUP offers opportunities across many fields and disciplines, today I will focus specifically on the publishing possibilities available for designers. I've noticed that some of our participants come from fields outside of the design. At BUP, we publish a wide range of journals and book series across different disciplines. I encourage all of you to explore our website and discover the various opportunities available for publishing your work. If you would like to stay connected and receive updates about our publications, calls for papers, book proposals, and upcoming events, you are welcome to follow us on social media channels. The links will be also available in the chat. Now I will speak more about our journal, the Journal of Balkan Architecture. The Journal of Balkan Architecture aims to foster collaboration between academia and industry, bridging the theoretical knowledge with practical applications in the field of architecture and design, all within Balkan context. Now, I understand that this regional focus might seem a bit limiting, but our editorial team is here to help. We can guide you on how to adapt your research so that it connects meaningfully with the Balkan context. So, for everything that you need, we are here to guide you and help you. In our journal, we welcome three main types of papers: scientific research papers, which are focusing on which are focusing on theoretical, critical, and methodological contributions across all areas of architecture and design. These papers are more connected to the theoretical knowledge. Artistic papers, which offer open space for creative and experimental work, from installations and digital media to visual narratives and interdisciplinary artistic expressions connected to the built environment. And finally, the project presentations are our most practice-oriented category, showcasing built works or even student projects that translate ideas into real architectural outcomes. So, by combining these three categories, scientific research paper, artistic paper, and project presentation, we are actually combining the theory and practice into one unified platform. This integrated approach makes the journal suitable for publishing contributions, not only from academia, but also from the industry professionals. I would also like to explain our journal policies and ethical guidelines. We follow the highest educational standards, fully aligned with COPE and Budapest Open Access Initiative. Our journal is also indexed in EBSCO, which helps increase visibility for our authors. There are a few key points that should be highlighted for the submitted papers. First, originality. All submissions must be original, unpublished, and not under review anywhere else. Second, we conduct a plagiarism check using our software for every submitted paper. And finally, we use a double-blind peer review system. This means that every paper is reviewed by at least two independent experts, with both the reviewers and the authors remaining anonymous. These principles help us maintain quality and fairness and ensure that published work truly meets academic standards. We also follow a clear and transparent open access policy. All articles are freely accessible online, ensuring the widest dissemination of knowledge. Authors retain full intellectual property rights, including copyright. There are no publication or access fees. The Journal of Balkan Architecture is fully open access and completely free of charge for both authors and readers. Our goal is to make knowledge accessible to everyone without any financial barriers. If you have any questions regarding paper submissions to our GBA, feel free to contact me. My email address is on the slide and also in the chat. You can, if you want to submit a paper or simply just explore our webpage, you can scan the QR code on the slide. It will take you directly to our webpage. Here you can see the desktop version of our webpage. You can also read about editorial board. You can check our latest issues. You can read about the authors. This is the submit button. And this is the mobile version, very similar to the desktop one. And here you can see also the submit button where you can click to submit a proposal. The web page is actually very easy for navigating, but of course, if you have any questions, you can always contact me at any time. We are proud to have an international editorial board for our journal, including experts in design, architecture, urban planning, sustainability, from different countries in the region and beyond. Maybe you will recognize some of them since they are WDO members. If you're interested in joining the editorial board, please contact me directly or scan the QR code, which will take you to my email. We will ask for your CV, review your application carefully, and provide feedback. If you join the editorial board of our journal, your role would include reviewing submitted manuscripts to make sure they are scientifically sound and relevant, suggesting ideas for new topics or special issues, helping us find and recommend peer reviewers, and making sure our publication and ethical standards are followed. You would also help promote the journal through your professional network. Serving on the editorial board is an opportunity to help shape the journal, uphold academic standards, and contribute to the broader academic community. Applications for the editorial board are accepted on an ongoing basis, but please note that we aim for diversity of expertise. This means that if we receive multiple applications from the same field, we may be able to accept only one. Moving on to our book series. The Architecture and Design book series explore cutting-edge developments across architecture and design, both regionally and internationally. So, unlike the journal, the book proposals do not need to be related to the Balkan context. This makes the opportunity open to everyone, even those living in completely different parts of the world, and is especially relevant today as we have participants joining us from across the globe. Contributors can come from academia, professional practice, industry, or even be students. We welcome both theoretical and practical approaches. You can see that our topics are quite broad. They are not limited strictly to architecture. Designers from many fields can contribute, whether it's innovative design practices, novel materials and technologies, interdisciplinary approaches, or other creative explorations. Detailed guidelines for the book proposals are available on our webpage. The submission guidelines include citation style, formatting, margins, headings, figures and tables, etc. The word count for the book is from 40,000 to 60,000 words. Everything is clearly described in our webpage, so if you miss anything in today's presentation, you can always check the website later or contact me for any questions. Once you submit the book proposal, it goes through a structured review process. First, the book series editor, which is in this case me, checks whether the proposal fits the aim and the scope of the series. Next, our BUP editor, Ivana, who is here today and she will speak a bit later, Ivana conducts her review. If the proposal passes these two steps, the author submits the full manuscript. At this stage, the full manuscript is sent to two review experts from the field who provide feedback and recommendations for improvement. Once the manuscript passes all reviews, it can move forward and be prepared for publishing. And here's the best part. Once your book is accepted, BUP takes care of everything else. So your job is just to submit the manuscript for the book, and BUP covers the design of the book, the design of the cover page, the ISBN, the DOI number, the printing, publication, promotion, and everything else, and it is completely free of charge. If this attracted your attention and you're interested in submitting a book proposal, you could scan the QR code and it will take you directly to our webpage. Again, this is the desktop version. Here in the lower part, you can read about aims and scope, guidelines, and everything that I briefly mentioned today in my presentation. You can also explore the BUP page and see other book series. You can see the other journals as well. This is the mobile version. This is the submit your proposal button. And again, for any questions, feel free to contact me. My email was shared several times today in the chat, so feel free to contact me and I would be happy to help you. So Thank you for listening so far. I gave you so much information in a short period of time. I think I've talked enough for now, so let me bring my colleagues into the conversation. With us today are Ivana Bekiragic, a coordinator and editor at Balkan University Press, and Kefayet Edip, whose new book was recently published with BUP, and she will share her personal experience with the publishing journey. Hello, Ivana. Maybe we can start with you. Are you here?
Sure, I'm here. Hello, I'm
Hello.
very happy to be here. First of all, thank you, Maria, for inviting me to be part of this panel. And of course, sincere gratitude to our organizers, the World Design Organization, for this promotional webinar and for recognizing Balkan University Press as a good publishing opportunity for its members.
Thank
As
you.
it was mentioned several times, Balkan University Press is the publishing house of International Balkan University. We are officially established for only 2 years now, but we are already a rising star in the local academic scene. And our long-term vision is to become the leading or one of the leading academic publishers in the Balkans. And to have a promotion with the World Design Organization surely helps our goal. And we are confidently walking in that direction, I would say. It sounds like ambitious goal, but it is attainable. This is because on currently on the market, there is a market gap for this kind of publishing because on one hand the university publishers they usually publish within the frames of their own university. They use their funds to meet the needs of their own academic staff. They rarely or never welcome proposals that are external to the university. On the other hand, the commercial publishers publish only a smaller fraction of academic literature, and usually these are books that have a proven commercial potential. We are somewhere in between. We are focusing on academic literature, but we also welcome external proposals, meaning proposals coming outside of IBU or outside of the country. We are established in North Macedonia, but around 50% of our authors are in fact international, making us an international publisher. We publish in English only, with some exceptions in Turkish and Macedonian, but that's not the rule, that's the exception. So far, we have published 57 books. Some of them, part of them, of that number was published before the official establishment of BUP. We have 7 scientific journals. Journal of Balkan Architecture is one of them. We have 6 book series. The series Architecture and Design, edited by Professor Maria, is one of them. And I'm here to ask any questions you may have about this, about the journal or the book series, or in general. Like Maria said, even if you're not in design, something may be related to design and architecture. Sure, why not? I welcome your questions.
Thank you, Ivana. Yes, we are truly international publishing house as our university is also international university. We have our second panelist here today, Professor Kefat.
Hello.
Kefat, hello. I would love to hear from you as well. Could you tell us about the book that you published with BUP?
Thank you very much, Professor Maria, for the introduction. Also, thank you, Ivana, for your introduction. So yes, it was a pretty good experience, and we managed to combine and to publish the book within a couple of months. So initially, I sent my proposal to the IBU editor, and I must say that the book is based on my doctoral dissertation, and it took a little bit time in order to adapt it in a book format. And then once it was accepted by the editorial, board, then we actually went with the review process. Here we had the professors from the Institute of Earthquake Engineering and Engineering Seismology, where I actually completed my doctoral dissertation. Two of my professors, one of them my supervisor. And then we went with the process of design of the book cover and the book itself. And also they give me, actually the editor, Ivana, gave me the possibility actually to suggest the book cover. So here I can say that the book cover is actually a proposal by myself, but of course done by the designer. So I can say that it was a successful work. And I believe that we completed in quite a short period of time, talking about the process of design and publishing. And I would recommend to publish with the Balkan University Press. If you would allow me, I would like to shortly describe a little bit about the topic of the book, Professor Maria.
Yes, thank you. You shared your experience and the overall process. Maybe now we can speak more about the book content and that is part of your PhD thesis.
Yes. So the book, as you can see from this slides, basically it is putting emphasis on the importance of assessment of seismic risk at urban scale, especially in regions where we have the earthquake as a hazard, natural hazard. And here we have an urban area which was prepared in two urban scenarios, the existing urban scenario and what was planned according to the detailed urban plan. And all the risk components were taken into account in order to make the calculation of the seismic risk. By the way, the seismic risk assessment was done with the OpenQuake engine. It is the product by Global Earthquake Model, and the visualization of the results was done by the QGIS. While most of the input information for the preparation of the urban scenarios were used by the previously done studies by the Institute of Earthquake Engineering and Engineering Seismology, ISIS, at UKIM, and also the detailed urban plan was used. And for defining the hazard and the vulnerability models, we used the European Seismic Hazard and European Seismic Risk Model 2020. And this was actually in order to define what is the role of urban planning in the overall seismic safety of the urban environment, and actually to, as I said, to emphasize the importance of assessment of seismic risk as part of the urban planning in order to reduce the disaster risk, especially in the regions that are prone to earthquakes. Yeah, that would be, I think, shortly the description of the book, Professor Maria.
Thank you, Professor Kefat. This is actually one of our success stories. Professor Kefat finished her PhD thesis and took some parts of the research and published them as a book. And now it is one of the most read books in United States. So we are proud of Professor Kefat and her book. And thank you, Professor Kefat. Ivana, I have another question for you, and I'm sure that the attendees of this webinar would be interested to know, what are the benefits of publishing with BUP?
Well, like with everything in this world, there are benefits, there are challenges. I will start by pointing out the main benefit, I would say, is that given that you publish with Balkan University Press, your work is internationally distributed. This is because our publishing house includes the books to these international academic platforms such as EBSCO, JSTOR, Perlego. We are members of Crossref, meaning that all our books and papers we assign the DOI numbers, thus giving them a permanent online presence in the online research ecosystem. Yeah, this gives you the academic audience that you deserve, because 95% of all universities in the world, they subscribe to these platforms. They're users of these platforms. You mentioned that Kefayet's book is a success. I agree with that. It is the reports from these platforms. They show that Kefayet's book is one of the mostly read. We truly have international readership. Then the books are available in hard copy in our IBU library, which was recently voted as the best academic library in North Macedonia. Regarding the journal, I must say that currently we are not indexed because this journal is only 1 year old. It's a relatively new journal, and as you know, being evaluated in Scopus or Web of Science, you need to exist a bit more than that. But we are going in the right direction. We are included in EBSCO. So even without the indexation, the papers are distributed internationally. So everyone who is interested in the topic of Balkan architecture can read our journal. Then to discuss the challenges, we are an academic publisher, and our primary goal is to disseminate academic knowledge. So our sales segment is not so developed at this point, and we are planning to develop this segment a bit more in the future. But if you imagine this book project as revenue generating for you, then maybe Balkan University Press is not the right publisher at this time for you. Another important benefit would be that the competition to publish with a local smaller publisher is lower than to publish with a global publisher. But in the same time, the quality is not compromised because we have a very rigorous peer review. There are many editorial filters that your book should pass, and in this process, books are gaining value. Peer review, editorial filters, Maria mentioned some of them. So yeah, higher chance to be published without compromising the quality, international readership, and yeah, just disseminating your work in a best way.
Thank you, Ivana, for sharing the benefits, but also the challenges of publishing with BUP, which I think that the attendants need to know. At this point, we can open the floor for questions from the audience. This part of the session will be moderated by Dorothy. Dorothy, over to you.
Thank you very much, Maria, and thank you to the team for the Q&A section. So just to introduce myself, my name is Dorothée Bollard. I am WDO's Community Engagement Officer. So really working with our members to ensure that they know what's going on within our community and have opportunities such as this. It's really good to see so many members on this call, but if you are new to WDO, then please do contact me and I'll be happy to tell you more about the benefits of WDO membership. So I will add a contact email into the chat a bit later on. So without further ado, let's move over to the Q&A section, and we already have some questions coming through. So the first question, could you please expand on how you manage book distribution worldwide and talk maybe a bit about the numbers that you're dealing with? So maybe over to you, Ivana.
Yeah, that sounds like a question for me. I think I touched upon that question, but I will try to explain it once again and maybe in more detail. We are printing the books, but distribution is focused on the ebooks. Through these international platforms that I just mentioned, you're reaching, the world is your audience. But our goal is academic dissemination of academic knowledge, not really profit generating. Also, our university is basically a foundation and a non-profit university. So we have printed books that we use for promotion. We have printed books that we give in our library. And soon, like I said, we are established for only 2 years and we're just developing the sales segment. So soon we're working on a project about an IBU bookstore, probably also an online version of it.
So I will move on to another question. Can you talk a bit about the royalties for authors?
Yeah, the royalty structure reflects our policy. Academic distribution first, and then profit generating, if all, at this point of our in time. So BUP bears all the expenses related to editorial work, proofreading, copyright, copy editing, pardon, peer review, design of the book, design of the cover, obtaining the ISBN and the DOI numbers, the cataloging and publication from the National University libraries. So our general policy is that we are trying to cover our expenses with the small revenue that we have from the international databases that I mentioned, like EBSCO, JSTOR, Perleo, and others. But if we have an author and we have a book that has a strong commercial potential, royalty can surely be negotiated. And it would be, I expect, royalty a percentage of net sales, meaning after the sales revenue exceeds the incurred expenses for the respective book. So to summarize, it can be negotiated, but our general policy is not to give out royalties, but to cover our expenses, just to offer an opportunity for the academicians to publish without any costs.
Great. Thank you very much, Ivana.
I hope that makes sense for you.
Yes, yes. So we have a question. What does the standard publishing contract look like in terms of copyright ownership?
We follow either the open access publishing model or the closed access publishing model. This is reflected in the contracts. Usually edited books follow the open access model and monographs follow the closed access model, but actually regardless of the publishing model, all of the contracts, usually the general clause that we use is that the copyright is transferred to BUP for a period of 5 years. The copyright related to the publishing rights, meaning. And this means that the author cannot publish the book with another publisher in the same draft, the same book. They cannot translate the book within that period of time, 5 years. And as I said, we are developing our sales segment. So in the future, if we have a book that has a commercial potential, that has royalties and should be distributed in printed copies as well, then this 5-year period can be less, even if there is 80% of the books sold. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ivana. Another question. Could you explain what editorial filters or evaluation criteria BUP uses when deciding whether to publish a book? So this may be you, Maria.
Yeah, we have several editorial filters, and we have for the journals, we have double-blind peer review. For the books, it's not a blind peer review, but we tend to ask 2 reviewers from the field to thoroughly read the books and make sure that the publication is up to the highest academic standards. First of all, the authors should submit the book proposal through our online submission and publication system. Then I am the first filter basically because I need to see if that book proposal is from a professional or from an academician, if it aligns the topic, if it aligns with our publication plans. Then if I give the green flag, the editor of the book series, if the book is intended for some of the book series, because we also have a general category, then the editor of the book series, they give their opinion, their evaluation, their acceptance or rejection. If the proposal passes this stage, then there is the publication committee of Balkan University Press that is consulted, and they have the final word whether the publication, the book proposal is accepted. If it is accepted, what we do is we negotiate. Can you hear me? Because you're all frozen
Yes, we
again.
can hear you, but you're frozen on our side, but do continue.
Okay. So, yeah, where was I? I was talking that, yeah, after we accept the book proposal, then we organize a meeting online or on site, doesn't matter, where we discuss, we negotiate the deadline for submission of first draft. After the author submits the first draft, then there is the editorial review phase, which me and the editor of the book series is conducting. Then the author should, because we need to make sure if the manuscript has academic integrity, if it's using the citation style properly, if it makes logical sense, and etc. And only usually there are many comments at this level, but after the authors they answer to our comments and suggestions, then that second draft is proceeded to peer review. These are reviewers who are esteemed in their field, who are professors, and yeah, they give comments related to the topic of the book. Then the author should implement those comments. Usually, like I said, there are two reviewers. If one reviewer rejects the book and the other accepts, we are consulting a third reviewer. But if that is also a negative one, it would be rejected. If it is a positive one, it would be an accepted book for publication.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ivana. So there was a question around the DOI number for journals and which platforms journals will be published on.
Maria, do you want to answer?
DOI number is available only for books, right, Ivana?
No, also for okay, I will
Okay.
also for all the articles. We have DOI numbers. This is very important because as we see, technical obstacles can happen, and if the website crashes or in the future it does not exist, then your work, your academic work, your paper will continue to exist forever. So yeah, we assign DOI numbers. This is very important for us. And then I also mentioned this, the Journal of Balkan Architecture is included in EBSCO. So the world is your audience. Even if you're writing about the Balkans, someone who is interested in the Balkans, it's good because we have the niche with this journal. Not many authors write about specifically for the Balkans and the Balkan architecture. So this means even more readership on your site. It's not indexed at this point because the journal is relatively new, but it is internationally distributed even without the indexation. But of course, we're planning to submit our applications the following year. We are very devoted about the indexation of our journals.
Dorothy, you're muted.
Yes. So we have another question. Can you expand on the role, duties, and benefits of editors and reviewers?
Maybe I can answer this question. If it is related to joining the editorial board as an editor, what are the duties? When you join the editorial board, you will be reviewing submitted manuscripts. Then also you can suggest ideas for new topics or special issues. You will help us find and recommend peer reviewers for some of the journals, for some of the papers there that are submitted. And you will make sure that our publication and also our ethical standards, everything that we stand for are followed. Your obligation would be also to promote the journal through your professional network, and you will shape our journal. You will help our journal to uphold academic standards. And as we mentioned, the applications are ongoing, so you can apply at any time, but we are striving for different expertise. So we are looking for editors from different fields so we can cover, because in the journal we cover really wide range of topics. So we also are trying to find editors which are also from different fields, so we can cover all those. For now, there are no financial benefits. It's because everything is free of charge. There is no publication fee, no access fee, no anything. But I think it's a good opportunity for you, for your academic or professional career, to be part of our editorial board.
Great. Thank you very much, Maria. And this concludes the Q&A section. So back over to you, Maria.
Thank you, Dorothy. I will just share the final slide. Just give me a moment. Thank you all for being part of this session. As promised at the beginning, here are the key takeaways. You can scan the QR code and it will take you to access the essential links for submitting a paper, submitting a book proposal, and following us on social media so you don't miss any updates. Basically, everything that we discussed today, you can just scan the code and it will take you to the links. As we already mentioned, if you're interested in joining our editorial board, feel free to send me your CV on my email. At this point, I would like to express my gratitude to WDO, to Dorothy, Andrea, and my colleagues Ivana and Kefat for their support throughout this webinar. To all participants, thank you once again. I hope you find these resources helpful, and I look forward to your future contributions. To conclude, I would like to share a short video that summarizes the key information we covered today.
International Balkan University stands as a vibrant academic community in Skopje, North Macedonia. Through international education, research excellence, and a commitment to cultural diversity, we empower students to become the next generation of forward-thinking global leaders. Balkan University Press, the official publishing house of IBU, is emerging as a dynamic force in the regional academic landscape. With an expanding portfolio of peer-reviewed journals, thematic book series, and international collaborations, BUP is dedicated to advancing scholarship and fostering intellectual exchange. Within BUP's publishing program, the Architecture and Design series, edited by Professor Maria Miloševskaja-Nakievska, features interdisciplinary works exploring innovative design practices, sustainable architecture, building technologies, interior and furniture design, urban and landscape planning, and the preservation of historical and cultural heritage. The series emphasizes forward-looking approaches and the integration of novel materials and technologies. The first volume in the series, Wood Reimagined: Sustainable Architecture with Engineered Wood Products, authored by Maria Miloševskaja-Nakievska, Manja Kitek-Kuzman, and Dick Sandberg, offers a unique bridge between wood science, structural engineering, architecture, and design. The book demonstrates how engineered wood products are redefining sustainable construction and contemporary architectural aesthetics. Another key publication, The Church of Saint Sophia in Ohrid, Architecture, History, and Urban Context, by Ekaterina Namicheva. The book traces the church's role within the geographic and urban development of Ohrid across antiquity, medieval Slavic and Byzantine periods, and the Ottoman era, offering a comprehensive architectural and historical perspective. The book Seismic Risk Assessment as a Basis for Sustainable Urban Development by Kefayet Edip provides essential insight into evaluating seismic hazards in urban environments. It highlights the importance of risk-informed planning as a foundation for building resilient and sustainable cities. The Journal of Balkan Architecture extends this scholarly mission by connecting theoretical research with real-world architectural practice across the region. Embracing contemporary technologies and design trends, the journal offers an interactive and visually engaging reading experience. All titles and journals are available through JSTOR and EBSCO. For more information, visit ibupress.com and jba.ibupress.com. We welcome submissions on an ongoing basis and invite scholars and practitioners to contribute to our growing academic community.